Hi dear children, how are you? Fine? Okay, I'm also fine. Makle, I'm telling you first of all a little excuse because of this crow. I have taken this video for 3 times because the crow is making too much noise. Inside there is no power, so the lights are not available. So kindly excuse me for the little bit cracking sound here. So what all things we have discussed in the previous class about the microorganisms. What are these microorganisms? Microorganisms are the organisms which we cannot observe through the naked eyes. Okay, this can be observed only with the help of microscope. That is what we have learned. And where do these microorganisms live? Yes, they live in the hot desert to the marshy land. Even everywhere the microorganisms are present. Then, what are the classification of these microorganisms? Do you remember? Yes, they have divided into bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae. These are the categorization of these microorganisms. And one more, that is virus. Okay, so bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, and also the virus. Virus can live only in the host. Okay, outside the living body they are not alive. That is what the exception of this virus. Okay, so do you remember all these what all things we have discussed in the case of this microorganisms? We have been discussed a lot about the previous class. Okay, so I am not telling you all the things. I have been here for giving a surprise. Okay, then we have discussed about the friendly microorganisms. We have discussed many with the friendly microorganisms. First I told you that converting milk into curd. So which bacteria helps in that? Lactobacillus. Very good. That is the bacteria helping the conversion of milk into curd. Then yeast is used in the production of alcohol. I mean the bread making, all these cases the yeast will be used. Do you remember? Then in the large scale production we learned the commercial use of microorganisms. Yes, they are used in the large scale production. Do you remember? So all these are the usefulness of this microorganism. So I like to show you an experiment related with this yeast. Okay, do you want to see that? You remember that your mother will make the dough to rise up as the mother prepare the dough mavile. After few hours you can see that dough will rise up. We are making for the bread, cakes and all. So I will show you that what is the reason behind, because when this yeast is in contact with the natural sugars, that yeast will activate that. So yeast will release the carbon dioxide bubbles. So these bubbles will inflate the dough to rise up. So here I'll show you a small experiment related to that. So these experiment you can choose it for the exhibition too, those who would like to. Okay, see the same disturbance with the crow is there, but please kindly excuse me, yeah, because I have taken many times and this is the third time I think. Okay, so I'll show you the experiment. You please watch it. I will not talk in between. What I have to do is I have to heat a bottle, then some warm water, sugar, then yeast. Okay, yeast is available in the shop now. It is in the packs like. Okay, so I'll show you how we can, with the help of this yeast without inflating, how the balloon will rise up. Okay, let's watch it. See, this is the warm water, then I have to use this yeast. Yes, I add some yeast here and then some sugar. This is the sugar. Now I added the sugar. After that, just have a mix it. And this is the balloon, so I have to keep it on the top. See, this is the manner we have to keep it. Okay, now after few hours we have to see how it will be. Okay, see makle, after few hours I have taken this bottle, then with the action of this yeast the balloon is inflated. That means the yeast will release the carbon dioxide when it reacts with the sugar and also in that warm water. Clear now? So as a result of this, this balloon inflated. Got it? So this is just a small experiment to make you all interested with the help, to be the chapter microorganism. Okay, I think now you all are interested in learning this chapter, no, microorganism. So you can use this experiment for the exhibition. Okay, if you would like to. Okay, children, so all have to participate at least for one item in the GS. Okay, for the exhibition. Now we move to the topic with the vaccine. All watch it and like it. Okay. So let's move with the today's topic about vaccine, vaccination, then how to increase soil fertility, how to clean up the environment, and also about the harmful microorganisms in humans, plants, and animals. So are you all ready? Okay, so let's know about the vaccine. So a vaccine is a special kind of preparation which provides immunity against a particular disease. So vaccine is a special kind of preparation which provides immunity against a particular disease. That is what a vaccine. So these vaccines are given to healthy person so that they may not get certain diseases throughout their life. Now, when the vaccine containing dead or alive microorganisms is introduced in the body of a healthy person, orally, by mouth, or by injection. Makle, you can ask your parents whether you have got vaccination at the proper time. Maybe they have given, at the time to time you have got all these vaccinations. Okay, just inquire with your parents. So the body of that person responds by producing some substances called antibiotics in its blood. So these antibiotics kill any alive disease causing microorganism present in the vaccine. Got it? Okay, so a vaccine develops immunity from a disease. So let's know about the vaccination. Vaccination is a process of giving a vaccine orally or by injection. Remember children, vaccination is a process of giving a vaccine orally or by injection which provides protection against a particular disease. Already we learned that what is a vaccine. So vaccine is a special kind of preparation which provides immunity against a particular disease. Got it? So what is vaccination? Vaccination is a process of giving a vaccine orally or by injection, by which provides protection against a particular disease. Children, hope it is clear. Shall I move? Okay. So the diseases which can be prevented by vaccination of children at proper age are polio, smallpox, chickenpox, cholera, measles, hepatitis, tuberculosis, rabies, diphtheria. There are a lot. Okay. So these are the common disease what I have told. Okay. Shall I repeat the disease once again? Polio, smallpox, chickenpox, cholera, measles, hepatitis, tuberculosis, rabies, diphtheria. Okay. Now, so there a scientist discovered the vaccine for smallpox. Who is that scientist? Anyone? Any guess? Edward Jenner. Who is that scientist? Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine for smallpox. Okay, children, clear? Shall I continue? Okay, then let's move to the how to increase the soil fertility by microorganisms. Let's go through that portion. Okay, are you all listening? Okay, children, so let me continue. So microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi play an important role in maintaining the soil fertility. You know that. So this microbial action on dead organic matter releases nutrients in the soil, thus raising the fertility status of the soil. That you may be knowing. We definitely throw the vegetable peels or all the waste to the soil. Later next day we can't see that waste because the microorganisms are acting on it. Okay, so cyanobacteria like Acetobacter, recall the name once again. Cyanobacteria like Acetobacter raise the nitrogen status of soil by fixing atmospheric nitrogen. Got it? So cyanobacteria like Acetobacter raise the nitrogen status of soil by fixing atmospheric nitrogen. Okay. So some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase its soil fertility. What I told now, some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere, and you know that plants cannot take directly the nitrogen from the atmosphere. So there are certain bacteria helping in those purpose. We will learn after this portion about that. So some bacteria are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and also increase its soil fertility. So these microbes are commonly called, remember that name, biological nitrogen fixers. So those bacteria who are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen, they are known as biological nitrogen fixers. Keep in mind, very important. Okay. So that's about the how to increase the soil fertility by microorganisms. Children, is it clear? Shall I move to the next topic? Okay, we have just learned with the vaccine. After that vaccination, then we learned with the increase in soil fertility. Okay, now let's move to the topic how to clean up the environment. That is also done by our microorganisms. So let's see, we are all discussing about the friendly microorganisms. We don't reach to the harmful microorganisms. Okay. Okay children, so let's move to the next topic, cleaning up the environment. Amounts of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals on the ground. Have you find that? They disappear after some time. Yes, because the microorganisms decompose these dead organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simple substances. Got it children? What the action of this microorganisms there? Microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, converting them into simple substances. So these substances are again used by other plants and animals. Thus, microorganisms can be used to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and thereby clean up the environment. So they are actually doing like that. So it will be a cycling process, like as the waste is on the soil, the microorganisms will decompose these dead organic waste of these materials and converting them into simple substance. Got it children? Okay, so our simple portions are over. Now we have to, till this we are discussing about our friendly microorganism. Now we have to move to the enemies. Who are they? That is about the harmful microorganisms. Do you remember all the points what we have discussed in the friendly microorganisms? Yes, no, we have discussed a lot about the friendly microorganisms. They are useful in many ways. They clean up the environment, they increase the soil fertility, they help in the production of medicines, then alcohol, all these production, then converting milk to curd. Do you remember all this? Okay children, so shall I move with the enemies? The harmful microorganism. Are you all ready to listen? Okay, then we move to the harmful microorganism. Okay, let's learn what about them. Microorganisms are harmful in many ways. So some of the microorganisms cause diseases in human beings, plants and animals. Okay, such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. What is it? Pathogens. Remember children? The disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. So again I won't repeat like this, disease causing microorganisms. Instead of that, what I will use? Pathogens. Okay. So what is this pathogen? Disease causing microorganism. So some microorganisms spoil food, clothing, and leather items. You may be knowing that, is it? If we are not taking these things for 2-3 days and all, we can see some patches on the items kept there. Is it so? Okay. Now let's learn more about this harmful microorganism. So disease causing microorganism in humans. Let's learn first with the humans itself. Who are the disease causing microorganisms in humans? So pathogens. What is that pathogen? Which means disease causing microorganism enter our body through we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. How these pathogens enter our body? The air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. So they can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried by an animals. Can you follow, children? Shall I continue? Okay, Makla, then let me continue. So microbial disease that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, or physical contact are called, what is that name of the disease? Yes, you know that. I know that it's very clear to you. What is that kind of disease? Absolutely right. Someone said that answer. Communicable disease. What is it? Communicable disease. Very good, children. Okay, so what is that example for this communicable disease? Yes, cholera, common cold, chicken pox, tuberculosis. Yes, these many examples are enough. So that's about the communicable disease. So how it spread from one person to another? For example, when a person suffering from common cold sneezes, fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of virus are spread in the air. So the virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing and cause infection. Got it, children? Have you understood with? Okay, then how do we prevent the spread of this communicable disease? We should keep a handkerchief on the nose and mouth while sneezing. Is it that we are doing now? Is it so, Makla? Okay then, it is better to keep a distance from infected person as how everyone follow these days. Am I right? Yes, because we are keeping a distance, we are using the handkerchief, we are wearing a mask, we are maintaining a social distance. All these we are following now, so that that kind of diseases there is a limit for it. Is it, my children? Okay. Children, do you know that there are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes? Do you know that? Housefly. Housefly is one such carrier. So the flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta. So the pathogens stick to their bodies. What is that pathogen? Disease causing microorganism. Okay, that will stick to their bodies, and when these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. So whoever eats the contaminated food is likely to get that sick. Okay. So it is advisable to always keep food covered. Now on, please check with your kitchen also. Okay, my children? Okay. Avoid consuming uncovered items of food. Okay. Then let me tell you one other example. Female Anopheles mosquito. Have you heard of this name? Female Anopheles mosquito, which carries the parasite of malaria or plasmodium. Okay, that is that parasite. So female Anopheles mosquito, which carries the parasite of malaria. Then one other thing, female Aedes mosquito. I know that you have heard all these names. Okay, female Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. Okay, don't get scared. Okay, I just give that voice modulation. Okay, children. So female Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. So how can we control the spread of malaria or dengue? We know that all mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere, like in coolers, tires, flower pots. Now on, please check with all these things, children, so that you can avoid all these type of diseases. Okay. So by keeping our surroundings neat and clean and also dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Okay, children, you will do it now. Now, here is an assignment for you. Those who are listening to this video completely only can do this assignment. So what's your assignment is, you have to write about the topic harmful microorganisms in A4 size paper. Only 2 pages is needed. 2 pages, that means 2 sheets needed. You have to write about the harmful microorganisms and also try to make a list of measures which help to avoid the spread of malaria. So these are the 2 questions you have to prepare for the assignment and send to your class teachers. They will forward to me. So I have to check that how many of you are listening to the video classes properly. So don't tell anyone, let them find out by themselves. How is my idea? Is it good? Okay, children, so do this assignment and submit before within 3 days of time. As you get the video within that 3 days of time, you have to forward to your class teachers.